Hey guys, welcome to the burger tutorial. This isn't the intro, but when I did film the intro, I didn't actually have the burgers with me, so here they are. I just wanted to show you them first, up and close. Here's the face, and here is the top, bottom. Okay, back to the tutorial. Hello everyone, Aiden here. I thought that it would be fun to show you how to make the Loomigurumi burger, which is designed by me. I don't have it right now. You're just gonna have to skip to the end if you want to see how it turned out. I'm hoping that it's gonna turn out good. So yeah, if you make this guy, make sure to tag me on Instagram. The links, all links are gonna be down below in the description. And what's cool about this guy is that you can use, many different colors. So, I'm going to show you what colors I'm going to be using for which on this dude. So, you're going to be needing your rainbow loom hook today, or just a crochet hook, it doesn't matter. A stitch marker, or you can be using C-clips. Okay, yeah. So, the bands that I'm going to be using are the caramel bands, which I'm going to be using these for the bun. I'm going to be using the jelly burgundy, and the reason why I'm using jelly is because when I bought from the Rainbow Loom web store, they only had the jelly burgundy bands. Now they have the opaque, but I'm just going to be using jelly. And that was for the patty. So I'm going to be using mango bands for the cheese. Neon green for the lettuce. And I'm going to be using some white bands for, the poppy seeds. And for the tomato or ketchup, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be using the opaque red. And I think that it would be cool if you would make the bun, the light beige from Rainbow Loom, but obviously I'm running out, so I'm just going to be using the caramel. Alright, so I'm just going to get started right now. I'm not going to show you how to, really gonna show you the basics of Loomigurumi. You should really be knowing how to do that if you're doing this tutorial, okay? Oh, and if you want to make a face, you also need 2 beads and 2 pink bands if you want to do cheeks, alright? It's just the face for it, okay? So I'm gonna start off with 1 caramel band or 1 bun band. I'm gonna wrap around, creating 3 loops around your hook, like that. I'm going to grab another band, and just pull it through, pull those 3 loops through that single band, and reclaim on your hook like that. Alright, so then pull this front one over the back one like this, okay? So then go back in there, grab another band, pull it through those 3 loops, and reclaim this end on your hook, then pull the front one over these 2 back ones like this. Alright, so then you want to do that 3 more times, so there's 5 stitches in this cat band. So that was 2. I'm going to go back in and do 3, and then 4, and then 5. So you should have 5 stitches in the magic ring. As you can see, to count, you're not going to count this bit right here, but you want to count these V shapes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the band on your hook is 5. Alright, so then I'm going to, instead of putting the stitch marker on my band right here, I'm actually going to go into this stitch right here, and just do a single stitch or crochet or whatever it's called. And then I'm going to get my stitch marker and put it on that band, right? So then we're going to do an increase on this row, and an increase is just putting 2 stitches in the stitch, in one stitch. So this was already 1, the one that, so the first row, so this was already 1 for our row. So I'm going to go back into the same stitch that we did, that we put our stitch marker in, and I'm going to be doing 1 more stitch. Alright, so then I'm going to go into the next stitch, one, and then go back in, and then do 2, go into the next stitch, whoops, 1, and then 2, go into the next stitch, do 2, 1 more. Alright, so then I'm just going to go into the band with the C-clip on it and just do 1 in it. And then I'm going to take the stitch marker out and just going to put it on the band right here. Alright, so now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches. Alright, so this was, so now this row we're going to do single increase. So this was our single, then I'm going to go into the next stitch and do an increase. Then I'm going to go into the next stitch and do a single. Going to go into the next stitch and do an increase, and you're just going to do that all the way around. I forgot to say this in the last video, but the person that really helped me to like get into Loomigurumi and like understand it is Looming with Cheryl. I think that her videos are like amazing for like beginner loomers. So I definitely recommend to watch it if you're confused with this. But yeah. And your last stitch before we get to the stitch marker is going to be an increase. Okay, so then I'm just going to do a stitch in the stitch marker band, and take the stitch marker out and just put it back on this band on your hook. So then you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stitches. Okay, so then I'm just going to do 2 single rounds of just 2 single rounds for the bun, okay? So I'm going to do 1 round with you, and then you're going to have to go back and do 1 more. So I'm just going to go into the stitch and do a single. I may actually do all the rounds with you, to be honest. So this round is a single, then the next round is a single. In this one, I can put a pattern down below because I know how to explain it in writing, because the last tutorial I had no idea how to explain like the upper portion of the fry box, but yeah. I still think that it came out pretty good. I'm going to go into the band where your stitch marker is. Put the stitch marker on your hook. And I'm just going to do one more single round of single stitches in your bun color. Okay, so then just put the C-clip or stitch marker back on your hook when you go through there. So you should still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stitches. Okay. So then now I'm gonna grab my tomato or ketchup color. Oh wait, sorry. So I'm actually gonna undo a stitch. I'm gonna take my stitch marker out of here, and I'm not gonna put a bun color there. I'm gonna put a tomato color here. Sorry about that. So instead of going through the whole entire stitch, I'm gonna go through the inner portion of it. Okay? So instead of grabbing these 2 loops, I'm just gonna grab the inner portion of that. Okay? So then I'm gonna grab a tomato color, and I'm gonna pull it through everything on my hook, including this bun color, to make a color change. Reclaim, and then pull the front one over the back one like that. And then we can put our stitch marker on. I do that every single time. I don't really know why. I always do that. I don't know why. Okay. So then, like that. So then I'm going to still go in through the front band, in the inside band, and do our tomato color like this. Okay, just go in the inside band. Do not go through the whole entire stitch. I have made one, like a prototype, or like a trial run without the stitch, with going through all the stitch on this one, and it just looked weird. But you can totally, actually, you can do it if you want to. I just think that it looks better like this. But I'm not going to show you my trial runs, because they kind of look really bad. So these are just all single, all the way around. I forgot to mention that, but the pattern, again, will be in the description. Whoops. So I'm almost back at the stitch marker. So just I'm gonna go through this last caramel band. Alright, so this looks like a stitch, but just don't go through it because that's the color change. I'm just gonna go through the stitch on my stitch marker. Okay, so I'm still gonna go into the inside loop like this. Alright, but then instead of using my tomato color, I'm going to be using my cheese color, which again is mango. So I'm going to grab a mango band, and I'm going to pull it through everything again, the stitch loop and the tomato color loop, and do a color change again, and put the stitch marker back on my hook. Alright, so this row is going to be the same exact thing as the other row, except you're using your cheese color. You're still going to go through the inside loops of the bands. Okay, so make it a little cramped. I have found, and I've actually used like a prototype with like the off-brand bands, and it came out so much like bigger than the Rainbow Loom bands, I guess because the off-brand bands are like looser. So I was kind of confused, but yeah. All singles. Okay, my last tomato color loop, go through there. Okay, and then again, skip this like weird stitch and go through that, still again, the inner part. And instead of grabbing your cheese color, I'm gonna grab my patty or beef color, which is Burgundy. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a band. I'm gonna again pull it through everything and do another color change. Okay, put the stitch marker back on your hook. Okay, then still going through the inner loops, do all singles. It stinks because it's like raining today, so I can't really go outside to take pictures, so I would have to like take pictures inside, and I really don't want to do that. So I think I'm gonna have to wait for like another day to take pictures for Instagram outside. Because I feel like on the days that I want to post pictures, it like always like rains and there's like bad weather and it's like cloudy. So yeah, it's not fun. But oh well. Okay, I'm on my last cheese band. I'm gonna go through there. Again, so it should look like this. Don't go through this weird loop, because that's, again, the color change. Instead, go into this stitch marker stitch and go through, instead of going through the inner part, go through all of them, okay? And do a stitch. Okay, then put it back on your hook. Alright. Oops. So then you want to do 2 rounds single all the way around. So I'm going to be doing 1 round with you, and I may have you come back and then I may go off and have you do like 1 more row by yourself, just so that this video is like not way too long. Okay, so just going through the whole entire stitch instead of the inner part. I know it can kind of be confusing, but oh well. And you should still have 15 stitches. Sorry if I didn't say that, but we didn't increase or like decrease or whatever, so you should still have 15 stitches. Okay, so you kind of just want to shape it. Don't pull too hard, because with Loomigurumi, if you pull the stitches too hard, then the whole thing, like, ends up becoming weird and stretching out, and I hate stretched bands. Okay, so then we're back at the C-clip or stitch marker. Oops. Those bands are all stuck together. I do a stitch in it, and put the stitch marker on the band on your hook, okay? So we're going to do another single row. Okay, I'm actually going to do it with you. So again, just another single row all the way around. And you can make your patty actually how long or like thick you want it to be. But I think that looks best with like 3 rows. So that's what I'm doing. It should like look like weirdly misshapen because of how many times we went inside of the thing. But don't worry, it's supposed to look like that, so don't like freak out. Because every single time when I did this on like a prototype, it did the same exact thing, so yeah. Whoops. Now that it's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but you should probably get this by now if you're on this part. Okay, almost at the C-clip, or whatever. So yeah. So when you get to this, go in the outer portion and grab your lettuce or whatever color. I mean, no, go through the inner portion and grab your lettuce. And again, do another color change. And grab the stitch marker, put it back on your hook. Alright, so then just go in the inner portions again like we did with the previous rows before this. Okay. All single around with your lettuce color. I know that can kind of be like frustrating why it's like inward, but we just went through the inner portion so many times that it's gonna be misshapen a bit, but it is what it is. It won't be like that at the end though, so don't worry. Okay, so then when you get there to your stitch marker again, don't go through this color change. Go through the inner part of your leaf or lettuce, and again grab your bun bands, go through the inner portion of it, of the leaf, and pull it through everything to do another color change. Put the stitch marker back on your hook. Oops, this is like falling, okay. Alright, so then just do that all around. Just single all around with your bun color. Alright. There's like weird background noises. That was my dog yawning. I think that we want to do 3 rows of this. I'm not really that sure though. You could get just confused and just look at the pattern in the description. Okay. So like that, and you should, oh wait, okay. So then go through the stitch marker band and go through all of them this time. Okay, so we're done going in through the inner portion. Make a stitch. Put the stitch marker back on your hook. And you should still have 15 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so there's 15 stitches. And just do a row around. Just do 2 more rows around of your bun color, single, okay? So I'm just going to do one with you, and then I'm going to have you do 1 more row by yourself. Or if you're just reading the pattern, and that's good too. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm not just kidding, but yeah. Just all single. Go through the entire stitch this time. Believe it or not, this design took like a few attempts, because I like how this is turning out, but like my other ones I didn't. I think that it took like 3 attempts, including this, so yeah. But this actually is like a really simple design. I feel like the only hard part is going in through like the inner portion, but you really don't even need to do that. You can just go through the whole entire stitch if you really want to, but yeah. So, alright, so we're back at the C-clip, the stitch marker, and then just make a stitch. Oof. Okay, so put this marker back on your hook. I'm gonna come back, just do 1 more row around with your caramel color, and I'm gonna come back once you did that all single, and you should have 15 stitches when I come back. Alright, so I'm back. I did 1 row, and you should still have 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so then after when you're done with that row, I'm just going to stuff it. I'm going to be using polyfill today. Okay, not that much. You can actually take your hook out of it, and your stitch marker should hold it even if you're using a C-clip. Even though mine locks, it's not going to come out, but yeah. I'm just gonna stuff it. Okay. For some reason, my, like, cheese bands are, like, puffing out for some reason. I don't really know why that is. Could probably fix that at the end. But yeah. Just gonna stuff it. You don't really want to overstuff it. You can also, instead of using polyfill, I forgot to say this, you can also use, cotton balls. I actually started using cotton balls when I first started doing Loomigurumi, and they were really nice for some designs. Like a design like this, it would be nice to use cotton balls. I just like using polyfill, honestly. Alright. So, it looks like this. It's stuffed. Just shape it up. If these, like, look like it's, like, popping out and you can, like, see, like, the stuffing, I don't really know why that is. It really didn't happen on my prototypes. I'm not really that sure why that is. But you can probably just, like, press it down. Yeah, just press it down so you won't see it. Right, just shape it up. Okay, this looks really cute. Okay. This is gonna go so well with the fries. Alright, so then I'm just put this back on your hook. You don't really want to, like, twist it, so it's, like, twisted. If it's going, like, this way, just put it back on your hook. It's going, like, straight that way, okay? Alright, so I think that this is pretty good. Alright, so then now, this was 1 stitch, so I want to do a single decrease. So this was a single, and what a decrease is, I'm going to go in this stitch, I'm going to grab the inner portion, and then I'm going to grab the outer portion, and then I'm going to grab a bun color, and just stitch those together. I got this decrease from Ginger Cell. I used to do, like, the whole entire stitch, but I feel like this is so much better. So yeah, I'm going to do a single now. And then a decrease, so the inner band, the outer band. Make sure that, like, the stuffing isn't really in the way, because then that can, like, get annoying, and you can, like, stitch the stuffing into the actual, design, and then like the stuffing's gonna show out on the outside, and it's kind of annoying, but yeah. Just singular decrease all the way around. Okay, then my last two are going to be decreases. Alright, so then I'm just going to go back to my stitch marker here and just do a single. Put the stitch marker on your hook. And you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches left. Okay. Now this row we're just going to decrease all the way around until it's closed. So I'm going to go into this stitch and just do decreases all the way around until it's basically closed. So yeah. Or I'm going to do it until I get to the stitch marker and do it until it's closed. Just follow me if you're confused. So just decreases all the way around. Alright, so here I have one band left, or one stitch left in this round, so I'm going to go do a decrease there, and then I'm going to go into the stitch marker band and just grab that. Just going to take that off, and then do a stitch. So then I'm just going to decrease it until it's closed. There's really no right or wrong how to do this. So decrease there, then I'm just going to do one more. I think that this is going to be the last one. Whoops. Okay. Then once you're on your last decrease, just get a band and pull it through everything on your hook and slip knot and pull tight. Again, I really don't like pulling tight. I just like leaving it like that so it's loose. Okay, so this is gonna look like it's out like that. So I'm gonna go through like random bands, and then I'm just gonna pull this tail down in here. So then this should end up being nice and flat, okay? Just gonna pull it through. Okay, so it's like nice and flat. And here is your adorable little burger. So if you wanna, I'll show you how to make a face. So yeah, I'll show you how to make a face. So what I use for, sorry, I'm just shaping this up a little bit because the top needs a little bit shaping up. Okay, so what I use is these like mixed beads. This is just stuffing, just ignore that. I use these like mixed beads from Michaels, and I'm just gonna use the second to last smallest beads. So like this size, if you want to do a face, that's just totally rolled off of this. So yeah. Okay. I have to close this right now. Okay. So I grab my beads. Oh, this is like rolling away. Oh well, okay. So so I have my bead. I'm gonna grab either wire, string, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use dental floss because this is just what I have. I'm gonna put it through the hole like this. I'm gonna grab a patty color. So I'm gonna put like my face on the patty. You can put it on top too if you really want. That would look cute as well. But I'm just gonna grab a patty color. I'm gonna put it through it like that, and then I'm gonna go back and put it through the hole like this. Alright, I'm gonna grab both of the ends and then just pull this band through. So it's like that. I like to have it centered, it doesn't really matter. So it's like that. Alright, I'm gonna do the other eye because I didn't already have it. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I really don't want to, like, exit out of the clip, because then I have to export it through something, and it takes longer when I do it, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm not really changing clips that much, because it's annoying when I have to wait and do it. Okay, so here are my 2 eye bands. Okay, I'm also gonna grab 2 pink bands. Gonna grab 2 pink bands. These are just from the big bucket pack, if you really care, if you want to use the same exact bands as me. So yeah, so if you look closely, you're gonna have like these like weird stitches. Those are where we did like the color changes. So I like to put, so I like to have the front, so I like to leave these in the back. So I'm just gonna pretty much make this the front, and I'm gonna go through, doesn't really matter which bands you go through. I'm just gonna pick a spot, grab my eye bands, and pull it through that stitch and slip knot it. You can pull tight. I'm not gonna do that again, because I don't really like to pull tight. Alright. So it should stay like that, if not. Okay. Okay, so my eyes like that. And then I'm going to put the cheeks on. So I'm also going to go through like a different spot. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to grab a pink band. I'm going to pull it through that stitch. And this you don't want to pull tight. So pull it kind of loose like this and just hide the pink band inside your burger. Alright, so then you also want to hide the tail for the eyes as well. I don't like to hide them like too far away. So that's pretty good. It's probably going to come undone, but oh well. Alright, so then I'm going to go on the other side. I actually like to skip a space and go through a stitch right here. Just skip a space. I always do that. I feel like it looks better that way. Just the same exact thing. Don't worry if this is gonna like stick out like this. Just put on the face, and then when you're done with it, I'll show you how to fix that. Whoops. You really want to like slip knot your eye bands pretty tight. I just really don't like slip knotting them tight. I don't know, I just like hiding them loosely, because I don't really play with my creations, so it doesn't really matter to me if they're loose or not. This keeps coming undone. This is like really hard to do on camera, because you can't really see that good. Okay, so then just, oops, pull it through, there. Alright, so it kind of looks wonky, so you just want to like push these down kind of, so it doesn't really look like there's like a hole in the middle. So yeah, just push it down, because I did it up on like the where like the cheese part is, so that it's probably gonna make like a little hole. Okay, can fix it like that. All right. So once you're done with the face, I'm gonna make the poppy seeds. So I'm gonna show you like a trial run This is basically what I did with the poppy seeds on here. So I'm just gonna grab white. I'm gonna grab some white bands, and I'm just gonna go through like random stitches on here, and I'm just gonna pick a spot where I want a poppy seed to be, grab a white band, and pull it through that stitch, and slip on it kind of tight, and just hide it. So it like looks like that. So I'm just gonna go through like a bunch. You can literally do this. There's like no right or wrong way how to make the poppy seeds. You don't even have to have them on. I just kind of think that they're cute, so squish the top of this a little bit because it kind of looks weird. It's so cute. Okay. I love this. Okay. You can see how they kind of look like seeds. I'm gonna redo this one. This looks weird. Yeah, you can see how they kind of look like seeds. Pretty cool. Alright, so you just like want to do like a bunch of those. I'm kind of debating if I should do it on camera. I'm just gonna do all of them on camera. So you can like skip this if you want, and just go off and do it by yourself, because there's really no exact spot to put the where to put these. You can put them wherever you want. Get creative with it. Trying to not put them in like, I want to put them in like random places because it looks better like that. Because I feel like if you put them in like the same exact spots, it's gonna end up kind of looking weird. And like, because poppy seeds on like a real burger aren't in the same place. So, yeah. So I go through random spots. Oops. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm probably gonna do a bunch off. I'm probably just gonna finish putting the poppy seeds off camera, but yeah, that's pretty much your burger. And if you want to do a smile, I basically put like a dot of hot glue and I cut a black band and put it on. I'll show you what I did with the fries. I just like cut like a black band and I put a dot of hot glue and I cut a black band and I just put it on there. So yeah, now you have your little burger that goes with your cute fries. If you made the fries, you can have that. I think that I will be doing a soft drink next. I'm not really that completely sure if I really want to do that. But yeah, here are all the fries. I absolutely love them. I think they're adorable. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be making a bunch and posting these on Instagram. Definitely tag me if you make any of my creations. It's at Boutique, and I also have an Etsy shop, which they're all going to be down in the description, like I said in the beginning. So yeah, I hope that yours turned out fine, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.